David R. here. Today I'm going to talk to you about this book, Embraced by the Light, by Betty J. EADIE. On March 18th, 1973, Betty had a near-death experience after having partial hysterectomy surgery. Now, the moment she died, she got weaker and weaker. She felt her body dying. She heard a buzzing sound in her head. And then she felt a surge of energy. And soon after, her spirit left her body through her chest. And she saw her body from the ceiling. She was hovering above herself, looking down on her body and feeling sorry for it. And she felt no pain. She was weightless. She felt peaceful. And then 3 male spirits appeared. And these were her guardian angels. That's what she said. And she knew them before she came to earth. So she knew them for a long time. And she, since she was in her spirit body, she could move through solid objects. So she decided she wanted to go home and check in on her family. And so she did. But they couldn't see her or hear her or anything like that. They were just going on with their activities. And eventually she went back to the hospital. And that's when she heard a rushing sound, a sound of energy. And then she was surrounded by darkness, a whirling dark mass. She heard chimes and bells. She was drawn into this whirling dark mass. It wasn't like she walked down this tunnel. It came to her. She was drawn into it. And within the black mass was a sense of calmness and peace. She even felt animals and other people with her, but she couldn't see them. So she moved through this mass at an enormous speed, high velocity. And at the end of that mass of darkness was a pinpoint of light and a being standing in the center of that light with light radiating about him. And once she got to the end of that mass, she saw Jesus. Jesus was the light at the end of the tunnel. And he had told her, he said, "Your death was premature." And even though her death was premature, she was still allowed to come into heaven and tour it and learn about heaven, to tell us about it. And so in heaven, she learned that all creation begins in the mind. Imagination is very important to creation. She said all healing and all misery take place from within. And she said that God will intervene if we ask him, but he won't if we don't. If we leave him out, then he'll stay out, according to her. And she said that earth is not our natural home. Heaven is. But in order to get into heaven, you have to go through Jesus. You have to accept Jesus as your personal Savior. She said all religions are important, but in the end, Jesus is the only way you can get into heaven, or back into heaven. That's how she explains it. And so she says that atheists are earthbound until they accept that there's a higher power than themselves. And she says that the spirits are excited about coming to earth. So let's say you have a spirit in heaven. The spirit is excited about coming to earth. Spirit comes to earth, but somewhere along the line, spirit becomes an atheist. So the atheist remains on earth after death, kind of like a ghost. I never thought about that before, but let's just say ghosts are all atheists. And I don't know if that's true. I don't even know if there are ghosts, but I'm just saying, hypothetically. And so somewhere along the line, the spirit can't make it back into heaven because he or she has not accepted that there's a higher power, or not accepted that Jesus is the way. Even though she says that all religions are important, it would appear to me that they're not. In a way, it would appear that Christianity is the only religion that is important if you have to go through Jesus to get to heaven. So I don't see how all religions can have importance. But she says that there are different types of angels. There are guardian angels and warring angels. Guardian angels, they rush down to earth to fulfill prayers that people are asking. And the warring angels, they battle Satan, or Satan's angels. She says that Satan wants us. She doesn't mention hell, but obviously hell is implied, because if Satan wants our souls, then those souls reside in hell. She says that abortion goes against nature because the spirit coming into that body feels rejected. And I agree, obviously it goes against nature. I don't care what your stance is on this. Abortion, it's a murder. You're killing something. Either way, it's not good. So she says that prayers are like beacons of light that shoot up from the earth, and they are different sizes depending upon the prayer and who you're praying for. Or, let's just say if you were praying to win the lottery, that prayer might be really small, and a little light shooting up there. But if you are praying for a family member who is dying, then that light could be enormous. All right, she says that she had a life review shortly before she came back to earth, and she could see all the things that she did to people, all the good and all the bad. When she did something good or bad, it had a ripple effect. It caused others to do good or bad. So you want to be careful with how you treat people, because the ripple effect. I agree with that. She says that she was told that her life on earth was not completed. She had things to do. And even though she didn't really want to go back, she was advised to go back. But Jesus said, hey, you don't have to go back. It's your choice, but we advise you to go back. And so she did. And when she came back, she was in her hospital bed. And a lot of other things happened before the near-death experience and after. I don't want to go into all that. But I want to say that I don't believe she had a near-death experience. Even though I wasn't there, I can't say I know 100%. But I'm just saying, from my own point of view, my own opinion, I don't believe she had a near-death experience. I think it was a vivid dream, maybe wishful thinking, because she comes from a really bad childhood, sad, depressing. Or she just made it up to sell books. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but, people do these kinds of things. I do believe in near-death experiences. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe that Jesus is the way into heaven. I believe in angels. I believe in a lot of things. But I just don't believe she had the experience that she said she had. Maybe I'm wrong, and that's okay. I do like some of the things that she talked about in this book. It seems kind of new agey, but it's okay. It's nice. Wishful thinking, like I said. But anyway, talk to you later. Bye.